Miss JJ,
How are you, Andy?
what's going on?
Nothing much. Malik is on the line. I'm gonna add him, okay?
Yeah.
I'm adding you, Malik. He saw me on here all lonely. Oh,
No, I sent it to him.
Yo,
did you?
Miss Miss C knows I need to borrow a quick $250,000. What's up, Andy?
What's up?
I
How
need to
are you,
borrow a quarter
Malik?
million real quick.
How you
What's on
doing?
with you?
I'm good. Listen, I'm back in these real estate streets. So I'm a realtor, right? But I wasn't doing the business for so long. I was taking a few clients here or there, but now I'm back in these streets full time.
Yeah.
I gotta get some light, put the light over there. Yeah, so I'm back in these streets full time as a realtor here in Philly.
How long you been back on that?
Every about a week. About a week I've been back. I've been missing out on a lot of money. People be like hitting me up, and I've been referring, not getting my referral. But now I'm back at it, and you, I normally do like a handful of investors, right? And that's it. Only a handful, But but now it's time to expand. I got a couple people, help me out. You might like it terrible down here. I gotta probably go upstairs, but yeah, and I got a couple people helping me out now, and so we about to go crazy again. 'Cause I got burnt out. I ain't been a realtor full time since beginning of COVID is when I stopped being a realtor full time and went full fledged on investing. But now I'm really transitioning to doing. So my goal is I'm gonna do together. But I got to keep my rentals here. That's something to do. That's my play right now.
Why you chose Carolina instead of
Well,
Philly?
I went to college in North Carolina. I got a partner down there. I understand the state. I love it. And like one of the reasons why I decided to not do as much in Philly versus Carolina is because I can in Philly I gotta constantly hustle. I gotta find more and more and more stuff all the time, right?
Right.
But in Carolina, I could find 10 acres and be good for a year, or two, really, because
Right.
depending on what area it is, I could find 10 acres easy down there. But I just don't understand septic, right? I don't understand the infrastructure piece of that. Like if it's city water, city sewer, I get that tap right in. But if I gotta dig a well and I gotta put septic, that I don't understand. So once I learn that, I'm good. Like I said, we could break it down. Put a house each quarter acre, 10 acres. I'm good for 2 years. But in Philly,
Right.
man, I gotta constantly bust a move, man. I can't stop.
Yeah. So you'll be hustling more at that. It's more work up there than it is down there, down south.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I mean, as far as finding stuff. So I mean,
Right.
I found a few parcels down there. Right now, I got one joint that's like it's 4 acres. But once again, I don't understand it because it backs up to a train track, right? The train is not. It's like when the trains are run like once a day each way. But I gotta do the research on the easement. It's also a irregular lot. So I gotta do some more research before I kind of
Right.
commit to that parcel. But I can. I'm definitely finding some nice parcels down there. Something a little bit bigger. But yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to keep hustling, man, to find stuff every day. I want to be able to let me put these 40 houses right here, and let me focus on this project, and then get on to the next thing.
Do like your own little subdivision, one little spot. You ain't gotta worry about being going all over.
Exactly, exactly. And like I said, and so it's growing so much in Carolina. Like it's so much money coming there. It's like everybody, like Google opened up a campus there. Facebook opened up a campus. They're coming there actually. This is all in like the Raleigh Durham area. So not to take over your whole life, but it's two different metropolitan areas, right? You got the Raleigh Durham area is like that's more of the tech science stuff, and then you got Charlotte, and Charlotte is banking, right? And Don Peebles is all in on Charlotte. Charlotte is an amazing place. It ain't but 2 hours from Atlanta. It's growing, it's affordable, it's a really good look in Charlotte. So Don Peebles is going crazy buying up Charlotte.
Yeah.
And he's but you know he only do big projects though. He's crazy. But in Raleigh, Durham, like I said, that's the IBM is there, Cisco is there. Like I said, Apple got a campus coming. They're bringing 3,000 jobs, and each job with an average income of 160. So you know what
Wow.
that's going to do. So we got, like I said, Nike campus is coming. They got a Vietnamese electric car company. They just got 10,000 acres to build the plant on. That's bringing 15,000 jobs to like Chatham County, and like all that is within like an hour from Raleigh, and so yeah, it's a lot of opportunity still down there, man. So that's why I'm gonna
So
keep
everybody
buying.
gonna need somewhere to stay.
Everybody gonna need somewhere to stay, and my regret is I would have made more money in real estate versus going to college, man, when I was there. Like, like listen, downtown Durham when I was there, listen, I'm 44 now, right? I was in college from 96 to '01. And so downtown Durham was desolate. It wasn't nothing but abandoned tobacco factories, abandoned motel, the train station, prostitutes, and that was just it. That's all downtown was. And now
Right.
you go downtown, it's amazing what they did with the place, man. All types of high rises, gorgeous restaurants, and it's like really nice down there. And all that stuff was nothing. Nobody wanted that stuff when I was down there, man. All the houses was like 20s and 30s. It was easy picking, but it didn't even start until like 10 years ago. But now they didn't have any density at all, right? Everything was spread out. But now they got condos downtown that's pre-sold for up to $1 million. He sold the entire building out up to $1 million, like up to $1 million. The cheapest is like 5 something, the highest is $1 million. The building sold out. The developer already bought another parcel down there to start building the second one. But the first one went so well.
Yeah. It's like,
So yeah, I got to get my piece, man.
so let you know where the money at now. Like every city you look in, what you see, new development. It's either apartments going up or a bunch of houses.
That's it.
But like
That's
you
it.
can't miss it. The play going on right in front of your face. Either you're gonna be part of it or you're just gonna watch it and you're gonna be living in one of these spots.
you definitely gonna be living in one of these joints. So I mean, so I'm going down next week. So one is my homecoming, right? So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go down for like an extra 2 days to do some scouting, look for some other stuff. I'm gonna look for some other towns that I ain't really been to really understand the market, see where it's going. And I'm trying to load up. I'm trying to load up.
That's about that time. 2023 coming. Can't
Yeah.
keep playing.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, and the beautiful part about it, man, is recession, interest rates, none of that matter. People got to live somewhere regardless.
Right.
People got to live
Everybody
somewhere.
getting scared because they hearing what the news talking about recession. Everybody backing up, getting scared. Like life's gonna change. Like, we've been going through recession our whole life. We never been out of it.
Yeah, for real.
So what's
For
the
real.
difference?
Listen, I tell people all the time, man, like it don't how recession like you a mailman. Recession ain't gonna bother you nothing at all. The mail still gotta run.
Right.
You're not gonna get laid off, man. Don't worry about it. You're just fine. You're just fine. Shit, I'm more worried about automation than worried about this recession. Automation, that's a whole other thing. Having the robots taking your job, but we still got some time for that. At
Right.
least most of us do. So what you guys got going on?
So me, I got a couple properties under contract. Finna buy a couple more lots, and I'm selling a couple more of the ones I have to some of my students. But I still got like 5 of them going on.
Okay.
One about finished. Well, about two I'm about finished, and then like the other ones in the middle. I ain't got none at the beginning no more. Like all of them are on pass. Let me see, stucco. All of them dried in already. So basically,
Okay.
all of them got the doors, windows, roof, all that on there. So basically, I'm just finishing all of them up. But I got two more that's coming in. That's next month. I should have them, so I should be starting on those. But I'm just keep repeating it, keep the cycle going. I
You
ain't
see,
worried about
I
no.
am Rosemary just bought a house today. Congratulations. I am Rosemary Ashley. Congratulations on that.
Right.
Okay.
You gotta say, GG. Look like you wanted to say something.
No, I was gonna ask Malik, how much are you paying for a full rehab? How much are you investing?
Man, listen, right now, the one that I'm doing it's gonna be like around 135. That's a rehab.
130.
It's not new construction. It's a rehab.
And
So
then, so what's the
135.
profit? What's the profit looking like?
So it'll be it's tough, right? Is because my goal going in, I was going to make it right around 100,000 on that, but I don't know if I don't know if I'm going my goal number. You know, is there's for sure going to be less buying power. So I believe I'll be able to hit my goal number, but you know, it'd be like right around 100, very, very close to it. If I don't get 100, be very close to it. But if
Mhm.
that's because I'm the realtor, right? My own realtor. If I got to pay somebody, my profit will probably be closer to like you know, like 87-ish, something like that. You know,
Mhm.
but like I said, it depends. That's if I get my goal. But it's gonna be a profit regardless. It's just I don't know how fast it's gonna go. But it's one of my nicer projects. You know, I got some hiccups, you know, going on. But I'm hoping that the electric hopefully be done tomorrow, if not Saturday, and we can call for inspection. So we gotta do here, we gotta call for the inspection. The electrician, he gets his own inspection from an
Right.
underwriter. Once they approve that, then we could call for the general housing inspection, and we have to do insulation and fire blocking. And so, for those who don't know what fire blocking is, we have to every 10 feet, but we have to put a fire repellent between the studs every 10 feet, so fires can't go between the walls. So,
Mm.
and that's only like 2 years old. I don't even think it's even 2 years old yet. That law, the fire, not even, nah, it's probably a year old. So we gotta do that
Mhm.
fire blocking. Once you see the fire blocking, then we can insulate. So once that's done, it's the installation fire blocking, then we could close the walls up and they don't come back for an inspection until the end.
Is that just in
Right.
Carolina or is that
No,
nationwide?
this is Philly. That's Philly.
Oh, it's Philly. Hmm.
Yeah,
Really.
Carolina's way easier. You don't have to do none of that stuff in Carolina. Like none of the fire blocking. They come up for inspections, but they don't have to do none of that
Hmm.
stuff. You know, but you gotta realize, like, we all row homes. So, like, a fire at this house, you know, this whole 4 or 5 houses also gonna catch on fire too. So that's why
Hmm.
they had the fire block, and they really wanna. We only have to use sprinklers if is new construction 3 units and up. Then you gotta
Mm.
do sprinklers, or if you're doing a conversion, right? If you're a single family, you can actually convert to a 2 unit. But if you convert a house to a 3 unit, you got to put sprinklers in there also.
Hmm. Mm.
You know,
Mm.
so right, like the house that I'm in right now, where I live in, so my house is already zone multifamily, right? So all I all I have to do when I leave here, if I file a permit, I can put. So the size of my lot is 1,700 square feet. So
Hmm.
because 1,700 square feet, I can put 4 units on it. So when I leave this house, I'm gonna gut it out. I'm probably gonna make it probably only do 3 units rather than four, make it crowded, and just do
Hmm.
3 units. And
Hmm.
I can do that by right, no problem. But
Hmm.
the funny thing, I look down in Carolina, they got houses for that's 3,500 square feet. They're like, man, it's a tiny lot. I'm like, man, I know what to do with that. Let me get that. Let me get that. I know just what to do with it. Yeah, man. I got one lot here in Philly. It's like 3,400 square feet, and so by right, I could put 9 units on it. So
Wow.
a 3,500 square feet lot. So I already know, yeah, I know what to do with that right there. Let me get that small lots. I'll take them all. Take them things. So look, so listen. So for the people that's on here, that's following me, Andy, tell them about your 100K play, man.
The 100K play, that's when we show people how to we get everybody's credit score up to like a 720. Everybody that signed up for the boot camp, get them to a 720. Then we show them what credit cards to apply for, how to get the high limit credit cards. Like we get them the whole spiel on what to do, the cards, which banks, what to do with it, like how to put it, how to fill it out. Then after we do that, we help them get the money off the cards. When we get the money off the cards, we use that to start building. We're gonna use that. We building at $100 a square foot. Somebody was asking, they were saying like building expensive, like how much it do they cost per square foot. We building at like 100. So we get a 1,500 square foot house. That's 150,000. But what we doing, we getting up off them credit cards. We taking the money off. We getting them up to like 100 to 150K in credit cards. So we're gonna use like 35 of that just to get to the foundation part, the foundation of the walls. Then after that, we got a hard money lender that come in, and then he just finished the job for us. So we're going to use this money for the rest of the project. So we ain't using none of our money. We're using credit cards and hard money. And then at the end of that, we making 100K. 100K like the minimum in profit. It's actually around about 127, but by the 127 to like 150, but by the market doing what it's doing, you know how it's going down a little bit. So we might be at 110, 105. So we hitting around that. We still gonna be at that 100. But yeah, and what I'm doing now too with mine, I ain't selling. I don't want the 100. I want the 100 in equity, and I'm gonna refi it, take out about 30 to 50K for free money, and then I'm just keep repeating the process. Keep that 100K in equity and just letting it build up, and just having passive income coming in.
You ain't even selling no more, huh?
No, I ain't selling no more. I learned my lesson.
So here's my goal right now. So on those small lots, right? What I have to learn about in my market and like in Carolina is how to get a variance. If it's zone single family, how to get a variance multifamily. I know how to do it in Philly. I did it before. I'm doing one now actually. Last one took me 20,000 6 months, but it was worth it because I got an ARV, $1.2 million on that property. So it was well worth doing that process, right? But I got to learn it there. And my goal is to build, if I can find a picture of it, I'm not going to probably see it, is I want to build between 6 and 12 units on those parcels, right? So, and I already have the layout. I have the rendering. I don't have a plans for how it look, but ultimately it's just super simple. It's just like, basically like twin triplex,
Yeah.
with the steps on the outside. And if I could build those, if I could get those down to 100 square foot, even 110 square foot, I'm not building no more houses at all. I'm only doing those. I wouldn't even consider doing no houses if I could build those.
That's my lick next year. Next year, I'm doing multifamily. I'm going up to townhomes, and I'm doing like little subdivisions. I ain't really trying to do too much single family.
Yeah.
Every lot I got that I could do multifamily on, I'm going multi.
So you gonna use the same crew?
Yeah. Same crew, it's the same thing. You're doing the same thing, they're just going up higher.
Mhm.
It's just building a 2-story 4-unit is just like building a 2-story house. You just got more walls in between.
You got a question, GJ, right there for you.
How much I charge for credit repair? How about you DM me? You're asking the wrong question. What you should be asking yourself is like, how much money am I losing by not getting credit repair?
Man, listen. I gotta fight all state right now. Listen, I have this just happened like maybe 2 months ago, and I didn't 2 months ago. Allstate they put a collection on my credit, right? My personal credit, because I sold the property, right? I told my agent property sold. They're supposed to cancel it. They didn't cancel it. The insurance statement wasn't coming to me. It's just like they could put a collection for 1 month of my insurance. It's like $103 from Allstate. So now I gotta fight them people, man, over that. And the thing is, my rep, she said, "Oh yeah, I know you were supposed to, but it's nothing I can do now, right?" Because I think that the insurance finalized on the day the house sold. And so
Uh-huh.
they wanted one more payment after that I didn't know about. So I got to fight these people for $103.
So I'm gonna tell you something, Malik. We don't owe. Zoe. If you DM me, I don't check my DMs. If you just jump on my calendar, I promise you, I'm gonna call you at whatever time you set up the appointment at. I don't do DMs. Like I'm not on social media like that. So just jump on my calendar, man. So for collection accounts, Malik, you don't owe a dime to collection agencies. The initial contract was done with the lender, with the financial institution, with the insurance company, whoever the initial financial institution was. So what the financial institutions do is after a certain amount of time of not being able to collect the money, they sell the debt to a collection agency. However, what they do before that is they tell the IRS that they wasn't able to collect the money from you, so they get a credit on that debt. Okay, so now they sell the debt for pennies on the dollar to a collection agency, and at that point they've committed tax fraud, right? So now the collection agency is selling the debt, or is trying to collect money on that debt for higher than what it initially was, and they're all committing tax fraud. So you don't owe a collection agency a dime,
Yeah, no,
nothing.
I saw that thing 2 months ago. I'm sitting here. I'm so pissed. I called my agent, like, listen, I'm taking all my properties from you. Like, I'm going like, yo, how you put that? I'm like, listen, I'm going crazy on this lady. Like, yo, how? Because the house was sold. She's like, yeah, you did tell me, but she didn't. But she went like, oh, you should have called the 800 number. I called you. You're my agent. You got all my properties. She got all my property. She got my car. She got my wife's car. She got everything. And for
So now
yeah, my
is the
credit score
collection?
dropped so
Go ahead.
crazy that collection.
It probably dropped your score like 150
Yeah,
points.
it dropped a lot. Dropped a lot.
So
So
wait, is it collection agency on your credit report, or is it the insurance
I don't,
company?
I don't even remember. I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up. I don't even remember. But it pissed me off though. I was hot. But I gotta, the problem is every time I think about it, I get mad again. So I've been sitting there for like 3 months probably, been sitting there. Like I gotta take care of it now, seriously, because that's a burden. But I
I
can't keep it off.
just I'm not gonna say DM me. But text me, Malik. I'm gonna send you my number and just text me, and then that way I can get that stuff removed from your credit report.
All right. Let me work.
I got you.
Yeah, nah. I mean, so fortunately, most of my mortgages are in my business name. I still have some old mortgages in my personal name, but the newer ones from the past couple of years are in my I got commercial mortgages on those. So like when they was giving away them 30-year no doc loans, I was doing that refinancing, But so I did a 30-year no doc loan. I bought a duplex last month, man. I got a 30-year payment at 7.5% interest. I'm like, when they show me that, I'm like, goodness gracious, but it's part of the game. Still work. It's still cash.
Yeah.
At 7.5% interest, I'm still getting my cash flow, so it is what it is.
Right.
Four would have been better, but I'll take that 7.5. As long as we're getting that cash flow, that's all that matters.
So is that the only thing that you have on there, that collection account, or you got more stuff on there?
Nah, that's it. That's it.
That's it.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll come off. And you know what, Malik? If it's a collection agency that's on there, I don't go chasing the money as far as like invoicing the bureaus. But if we use FTC to send them, to basically to dispute the items and send them an invoice, you're able to collect up to $2,500 per violation. So what they're doing is they're adding in, they have an inaccurate credit report. Right? We're letting them know it's not accurate. So now they're maintaining an inaccurate credit report and they're falsifying documents because the collection agency doesn't own that account. So essentially what you're looking at is at least 6 laws that were broken. I don't go chasing that money. However, I send the invoice to the bureaus, and it's up to my clients to go and collect that money from them.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's what I need, man. The thing is that I'm gonna get mad every time, so I need somebody on my side, so I ain't gotta think about it. I just know I want to see my score back up. Got to get my score back up. I think last time I checked, I was at like a 685 or something like that. Last time I checked it. You know, it's just after I lecture, so that pissed me off, man.
And listen, Andy, what happened to you not too long ago?
I went back up. I'm back up. Brad Collision.
Listen, it was like maybe like 2, 3 months ago. He said, he said, I didn't make a payment or I made a late payment on my car or something. I forget what it was. Right?
I missed the
So
payment.
his score dipped to like a 650. I don't know. It was like real low. But what I did is I removed it had to be the car. I removed the car note. And initially the score dropped a little bit more after I removed it, but now it's back I think it's in the high sevens, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I removed that active car note just to remove the late payment, and that put him back at the 700.
Oh, you removed the whole car note.
I
Yeah.
removed the whole car note. When I moved here, Malik, when I moved to this house, I wanted to decrease my debt to income ratio, so I removed an active mortgage from my report.
Mm.
You can essentially add or remove whatever accounts you want on your credit report. Okay, we own those credit reports. It's not the bureaus, it's us.
Zoe
Oh,
said he got some accounts that need to be removed, and he said something about he removed them and they came back.
Okay, so when they add accounts, they're
Came
supposed
back
to let you
verified.
guys know that they added the account. So they're supposed to send you guys a letter, making you guys aware that they added the accounts, and then you guys can go back and ask them for the person who certified and verified that account. If they don't do it, if they don't give you that information, then you guys can permanently get those accounts removed.
yeah, man. But yeah, I got to get back. It's right now. Right now, I'm ready to, you know. So the weird part about this time, right? The weird part about this time in America, in the history what we're going through is we've never been going through a recession, but still have jobs available. It's a lot of job openings. People just work. You know, like everybody, like nobody wants to just roll their sleeves up and actually get a job. You know, we need 100,000 truckers, 100,000 truckers right now in this country, right? Walmart. My man got that job at Walmart, locally driving a truck. They paying that man $110,000 a year to drive local at Walmart, tractor trailer, and so it's tons of jobs available. Everybody hiring, of course. You know, the larger corporate companies, they are doing layoffs because they had to pay premiums to get people in there. So all they're doing is just laying up, and then and then they want to rehire people back at the lower amounts. That's all they're doing. They still need help, and so
Right.
going through this turmoil, it's like if I know that this isn't real, if I know that it's kind of like self-inflicted, why would I? Why would I stop? Why would I pull back? If anything, everybody else is pulling back. I'm about to load up. I'm about to buy a farm, something down there. So actually, I asked my wife the other day. I found a farm down there in North Carolina, and it was a little too far in the country, but it was 100 acres, and it was like maybe 400,000. It wasn't even like a crazy. No. It was like it ended up being like $4,000 or $5,000 per acre or something like that, and it was only partially cleared, but it was too deep in the country. But out in 100 acres, we might live there for that, But it was probably like 40 minutes or 45 minutes from Durham. That's a little too far in the country for me. Like, I don't mind living in rural life, but I still want to be able to Uber to the bar. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't be too far away. And thinking that having to take my son to like his activities, 45 minutes at least to get there and back, I can't commit to that kind of driving every day, right? And it was a little far from me, right? But thinking about living on 100 acres, man, I got excited, So listen, so you done told me that you can help me get that blemish of my report so I get it back up. And then y'all gonna get us to a 720, and we're gonna go ahead and get the credit card. We're gonna buy the lot, get the foundation up, and the hard money lender gonna come through with the rest. So we don't use So all we need is what, a little bit of money to cover the payment. That's it.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
basically, you just need a credit card. Then just get more credit. You're gonna get more credit cards than you really need. So you're gonna have them you're gonna have one credit card that's just paying all the other credit cards, and all these are business cards, so it ain't reporting on your credit report.
That's what you need. Okay. So let me ask you. So who shouldn't do this?
People that don't believe in themselves, people that scared,
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
that got fear in their heart, like people that don't believe that they could do it. Like if you don't believe in yourself, if you don't, you're gonna whatever's gonna happen is gonna be what you think. If you think you can't do it, you ain't gonna be able to do it. So you're gonna be scared, you're gonna be depressed. Like when something come up, you're gonna be nervous. You're gonna shut down. Cause stuff gonna always come up. That's just like in a rehab. Anything, something gonna always come up. You ain't expect. That's just life. That's just like living life. Go 2-3 months, something gonna come up you didn't expect to happen. That's just gonna happen. So when that comes, you got to be prepared for it and just find the solution instead of depending on crying about the problem.
Question, Andy.
What up?
Mama Snipe, she asked you your time frame for a new build.
Like 4 to 8 months.
All right, so let me ask, what's the zoning process like down there? So here in Philly, right? It takes us 6 months just to get a shovel in the ground, like for real. It takes like 6 months because by the time we do the plans, and think this, the plans I paid $15,000. I paid $15,000 for my plan. I got to do a 4-unit build and I paid $15,000 for those plans, and
Right.
we can't even use them twice. You know, I have an identical lot like right next door, and he took half off because all he did use the same plan, change the
Copy
address.
and paste.
So it changed the address, you know. But to his credit, it is some work to do, right? As far as submitting to the city for the permit, it ain't $7,000 worth of stuff to do. I'm saying
Okay, stop.
it ain't that much, right? So I had paid $15,000 for that. You
So
know,
was that the only person you went to, or did you have other people that you was
so I did
talking
have
to?
architects, but he was the right person. I think he was the right person. He got to be timely. You know what was big? He answered his phone. But most of these cats don't answer their phones, bro. Like they don't like they get back to me whenever they feel like it. He was very responsive. He got my stuff to me when he said he's gonna get it to me. He helped me get my engineer to do my MEPs. He helped me get we have to get a plumbing permit also through the city. That so it's super helpful educating me through the process. So he was the right person to hire. I could have got it cheaper, but he was the right person.
Okay.
Malik,
Well,
so tell me, how are you funding the projects that you have right now? Are you using your own capital?
No, well, everything I got. So the 2 that I bought, everything I got right now was hard money. All 3 I got right now is hard money. I'm not taking it back. Take it back. I bought a duplex with, I guess it's not all hard money. I guess a private money with my 30-year no doc loan. That was just with a private money person. And I do have 2 others that are hard money. My lots I do own. All my lots I own cash. Everything I don't have no debt on none of my lots. You know, I have 3 in North Carolina. I got my partner on 3 in North Carolina, and I bought 6 here in Philly. That yeah, I don't have any debt on those lots I have in Philly. But before, like the game I used to be buying them for the low. I won the huge lot here, it's a huge lot anyway, at 2,600 square feet. I only paid $9 for that one, but the one for $9 I paid $35 for that. The 2 for the 4 units, I paid $36 for a piece for those 2. I got 1 duplex. I gotta go to a hearing on that. I paid like $54 for that lot. Me and my partner paid $54 for that lot. And I paid $2,500 for one of these lots though in the hood, and so I could get more for like $5,000, but they deep hood. They're not ready yet. It's like if I buy them, I know that I'm buying them for 15 years from now. Like you know, like where those are for 5,000, like you could go down there and get you know, you could load up on your fentanyl today. You could get whatever you need. You can get it down there.
you know, basically them in the hood, them undesirable areas.
Yeah, like that's the one. Like you go down there, you're walking on needles on the streets. It's bad out there. But where that's at?
Yeah.
So then that recent mortgage that you said, or the mortgage that you got for 7.5, is that recent with the
Yeah, that
that collection?
that was 2 months ago. No, yeah, but the collection was already on my credit.
Okay,
That
so then it,
2 months ago, the collection was already there when I got that.
all
Yeah.
right. So the difference, look at the difference. I mean the rates did go up, but when I got this mortgage, I have an 800 credit score and I got the mortgage for 2.5 interest, 2.5 interest rate.
What kind of
And say what?
that's what a conventional loan?
Yeah.
When'd you get that?
I got it in I think September, October of last year.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 2 months ago. So yeah, I wish I had like to the house I'm in now. Actually, MG, the mortgage guy did my mortgage on this property. I got a 3% on this crib, and so
Hmm.
I wanted to refinance it so when I move out, I want to refinance it so I could pull the equity out and renovate it. But I'm like, damn, do I really want to get rid of the 3%? And go to whatever it's going to be. So
Why don't you do a line of what is it, a home equity line of credit?
it's not going to be enough. So for this house, my budget for this house is going to be close to 200,000. I really don't yet have. So if we're going to credit, they only going to give me up to like 65, 70 LTV. I'm really going to need like damn it 90 for real. Like so, this house I owe like 240, I owe 150, but it's worth like 400. I don't know what it's gonna be. I don't know what it's gonna be worth really as a 3 unit. I probably break like five something as a 3 unit. You know,
Hmm.
I still when I bought this house like 8 years ago. I only paid like I paid 119 for it, and I only put
Hmm.
4,000 into it, right? And so
Hmm.
I still got 100,000 to make some moves. And so, like I said, I have to do refinance because I don't have enough equity to do a HELOC.
Mm.
Yeah.
I do have other properties that I don't have any debt on. I could take a HELOC from those and do this property, but I don't. I get anxieties. I don't like to do the commingling stuff.
Yeah.
Numbers all over the place. It need to be straight. straightforward. Seriously, I'll get confused. I get confused.
So how much money you need? You say you need again?
So for this one, I probably need like 200 for this house. Like to do what I want to do, like this be full gut, everything for 3 units. I'm gonna need 200,000.
So Andy has one card that he's able to tap into. It's a what is it? Is it 100,000 or is it still 95,000 now, Andy?
95.
Yeah.
So on the so all right, so you probably got like a good intro rate, but after that year, what that rate look like though to pay that back? So I just got to be able to. So like I think something like that. If I'm doing more short term stuff, but for this house, I plan on keeping it. I don't plan on selling it. I want to use the income from this house to pay wherever I move to, right?
Hmm.
At least a good portion of it. In my next house, my next place I move to, I'm going to rent for the first year because I'm thinking about moving elsewhere. I don't want to buy when I just get there. I want to fill everything out to make sure I'm doing the right thing. So I'm probably just going to rent for a year, and then by the time after I know where I want to live, or I might even build it. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? Where
Yeah.
I might can flirt with y'all, man. Who knows?
Somebody asked when the next boot camp. Next boot camp, December 3rd and 4th. Somebody asked, for those with decent credit already, what's the advantage of using credit cards over getting a loan from the bank? Both are other people's money. It's always better if you can get one from the bank, but the bank gonna take you more time. The bank gonna be cheaper. We just get money from credit cards because a lot of us can't get money from banks. We don't have what it takes to get money from banks. Credit card is way more quicker for us. Like if you credit card, no doc. You don't need docs. When you go to a bank, they want all tax returns. They want all these documents that you got to turn in. So that's going to take months to close on the house or a lot, whatever you're trying to get. So we use our credit cards. We could do it before 2 weeks to a month. When you're doing it with a bank, it's usually a month to 2 months. So you can move faster, you less docs, But if you got the cash already, you can move faster without even getting a loan. We just use that because that's what a lot of people need to get in. That created a different way for everybody to get in that thought they couldn't get in because they didn't have the cash or they couldn't get a bank loan. So that's why we use the credit card.
Yes. So look, somebody shared an article the other day. They said how like all these investors then ran down to Fort Myers and Cape Coral and all these places to buy everything up. Have you guys been seeing that in your areas too?
Do what? Am I going to Cape Coral?
No, no, no. I said, have you seen like, just the hurricane, like an influx of new outside investors trying to take advantage of the disaster?
Like the areas that got hit by the disaster, like they're gonna be you can be able to get stuff cheaper there
Yeah,
because
like my niece and my sister-in-law, they live in Fort Myers. So fortunately, they house was straight. They had like a little bit of flooding in the garage, but otherwise, like no flooding in the house. Like they were straight. They went. I don't know I forget where they went. During the hurricane, but the rest of Fort Myers got trashed.
yeah.
Fort
So
Myers, right?
there's gonna be a lot of stuff for sale down there and for cheap. They're gonna get their insurance money and they ain't gonna want the properties no more.
So a friend of mine, a few months ago, he bought a lot in Cape Coral to build. He's going to build to rent in Cape Coral.
Right.
I like Cape Coral. I've never been there. I just like how they had the canals. That's a good look. I like how they got that down there. So how far is that that's like what, an hour from you?
No, that's probably like three hours.
Was that far?
I think that's by Miami. Yeah, that's down there by Miami. Like
Oh,
Fort Myers probably like 2 hours from me.
okay.
Miami like 3.5.
Okay. So look, man. All right. So I saw you had a big class last time, right? I saw you walking around. You got 2 days. So it's one day of classroom work, right? And then there's another day out in the field, like going from site to site.
Right.
So what I did, I wasn't sure what was going to happen. I got my flight out of there on Monday morning versus Sunday evening because I ain't want to miss nothing, man. I don't know what time everything ends. So I was like, nah, I'm going to leave out Monday just in case.
That's what most people do. In Monday, so they ain't got to be rushing to get on the flight Sunday. They usually in between 5 and 6, usually 6, closer to 6
And,
on
and,
that Sunday.
and I'm coming down cheap. Everybody, like, listen, I do first class. When I come down there, I'm on Frontier, $108 round trip. I'm like, I'm right on Frontier. Like, what, $108? Yeah, let me get that plane ticket. I'm right there. Right.
Right.
I'm like, wait a minute, a 2-hour flight, 2.5 hours. I can do that. I can be a little uncomfortable for 2.5 hours. Like, yeah.
They have first class, Malik, in Frontier?
No,
You
no,
playing,
no.
you
So
playing, right?
no. You gotta pay a little bit extra to get the seats up front. They a little more leg space, a little more cushion. Yeah, that's right.
I was just looking for a flight for Andy the other day. I'm like, man, they ain't got no first class, dude.
Right.
Yeah, I'm right on Frontier with it, man. Coming down to Tampa, so I can, tap in. So my thing is, right. So what I was doing before, what I still do with Justin, right, is we got the Castle Bros, of course, where we do help investors learn, but basically everything, right? I'm not a wholesaler. We teach like wholesale basics, but I'm not somebody that you would call a good wholesaler. That ain't really my lane, right? I do more buy and hold rentals and fix and flip. And of course, my partner Justin, he's a contractor. But what I recognize is that people don't know how to find their own deals, which is why I wrote the book, The Property PI. And so I really go into how to get to the owner. That's the most important part of the business is the inventory. If you can't
Right.
find inventory, it don't matter what Andy teach you. It don't matter credit score. It don't matter all the credit cards if you don't know how to find this property. If you don't know how to find these lots. And so that's what I specialize at. So what I'm going to be doing, is I'm definitely going to be letting people know how to get directly to the owners. Man, I had stuff given to me. I got stuff, I bought for 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. Because a lot of times people don't realize these people just don't want their property. A lot of time they want
They don't want the headache.
to be done with the burden. I had this
Right.
just yesterday in St. Louis, man. She said she owes 34 on a mortgage. She says she'll take 22 and she'll pay the difference just to be done with the property.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so understanding that people will be glad to give you properties, then you should probably go out and find more opportunities, you know, and actually even when I go down to North Carolina next week, I'm going to a little town called Goldsboro. I met this young lady here on social media. She found a lot that somebody didn't want. They wanted to let it go to the auction. She took it for the low, this lot. She
Yeah.
thought she was going to build a house on it. When she went down to the county clerk, they said that she could put 16 duplexes on it.
Wow.
This is her first real estate deal in life, and she's building 16 duplexes.
That's awesome. How old is she?
I don't know. I just met her on Instagram like 3 weeks ago. So
Yeah.
yeah, no, I'm a so where she is like an hour and a half where I'm going to be. So I'm gonna pull up on her. I'm gonna drive to her. I'm gonna pull up her site. You know, check her out, talk to her, man, and just see what she got going on. I'm like, damn, for your very first project, like I'm inspired.
Yeah.
Right.
I built 32 units. I'm saying, like, I'm inspired. Her very first project, she put in, you know, to have the audacity to even try it is amazing. Most
Right.
listen, most people just sold that lot so fast. They're like, what? They was like, what? And they're like, wait, 16 duplexes for sale, 100,000. Cause she bought it for dinner nothing.
Yeah. You know that some of the people, I've noticed that some of the people that think about joining the 100K Play Bootcamp, they don't do it because they feel like $100,000 is not attainable. Like they can't get it, you know? They've never had it, they've never seen it. But you're right, like this girl's like, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. I know I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, no, so I don't even know this lady, and I'm proud of her. Like I said, I'm gonna drive an hour and a half out to her site just to pull up on her, man. Like I definitely want to see what's going on out there. I'm like, damn, her very first deal, little cheap lot that somebody didn't want,
Right.
took it off their hand. Now she's good. Like think about that. She's been 32 units. She could like almost sit down. She
Mm-hmm.
like her whole this one deal. She don't really have to go back to her job. She didn't want to.
Mm-hmm.
She golden,
Right.
man. So I don't know if she's gonna keep them all, if she's gonna sell some. I don't know what her game plan is, but I'm definitely gonna pull up on her when I get down to North Carolina. And in fact, that's the first thing when I get a plane and Raleigh Durham, we're gonna drive straight there. It's like I'm not even going to the Airbnb nothing first. We're going right there and get that done first. So on that trip. But nah, man, I think that a lot of times people lack confidence, and I know that because even having a certain measure of success, I lack confidence sometimes. Like, damn, can I really do that? Can I pull it off? Maybe I have a partner. Do I have enough money? And like, so that stuff creeps in. But the objective is not to let it stay in, right? It's okay to have doubts at times, right? We all get it, but it's not okay to live in doubt.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta recognize who you are and know that once you have the information, you will be prepared and you can pull it off, right?
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, it's only money coming to go.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming
See, and the thing with at least with Andy's program, Malik, the whole concept is like you're making at least $100,000 in profit, not using a single penny of your hard-earned money. The entire process, you're using other people's money. It's easy. Like if I get somebody a $25,000 card, it's easy for somebody to take that card, go to the mall, tap that thing out, and there goes $25,000 on bullshit. Right? But now we're giving you guys $100,000, $150,000 on other people's money so you guys can start generational wealth, and then like, that's hard. Like, we can't do
Unbelievable.
that.
They don't believe it.
Hey, look, hey, Coach Healthy Homes, send me a DM. Send me a DM when I be down there. I'll hit you up. Send me your number in DM. I might get down there. So I was trying to help somebody, right? They came into some money. They came into like $100-something thousand, and they wanted to know what to do with it, right? I said, all right, listen, I'm a real estate guy, right? Like, you want to do real estate, I can show you do that. Like, here's the deal right here. You don't worry about getting a mortgage. The deal was like 30, 40 grand. It was like a little small single-family house in Philly. You know, it wasn't the best neighborhood, but they get rented out. They probably put 40 into it, maybe like another 15, and they could probably get like 850, 900. Like, nothing crazy, but it was
Yeah.
cash flowing forever, right? And what she said is that's too risky. But then she went out and bought like a 2-year-old Hyundai. I'm like, yo, that ain't risky. Why use Hyundai not risky?
That's the shit I'm talking about.
Like that's not like, come on, bro. Like, even if you bought it with a car note, who the hell would buy a 2-year-old Hyundai? Like it doesn't make sense to me. It makes But she could fill a Hyundai. She could use it right now. She could get to the grocery store, all that. But the thing is, I'm telling her, if you'd have bought the damn house, the house would have paid your $250 a month for the car note for the Hyundai, and you still would have some change left. You could have bought 3 Hyundais.
Right.
You could have had 3 Hyundais for the same thing. And like,
a lot of people can't see it. A lot of people, they got to be ready for it. Like, if you ain't ready for 10, 20,000, you can't be ready for 100. Like, you're gonna find something you like that you always wanted, and you're gonna go get it. And you get that access, something different, whole nother level.
Listen, I'm a cheap person, but lifestyle creep is real. You know, that 100,000 will go quick. You know, listen, the first time I flew first class was a couple of years ago. Is now by myself, I can fly Frontier. My wife ain't coming on that. I'm saying,
neither am I. I'm not either.
And listen. The reason I didn't go to InvestFest London, I'm like, if I take my wife to London for InvestFest, my budget will be through the roof. If it's just me, I can manage. I take my wife, that's at least $10,000 trip. I'm not.
Right.
I'm not going. I'm not doing that. Listen, I get out with chicken and rice. I'm saying, like, we not. She going. I get back. And I'm like, no, we not. So, lifestyle creep is real, and 100,000 is like $100 bill. Once you break it, that shit gone.
If you don't reinvest that, it ain't gonna last long.
You got to reinvest. That's why I'm a cash flow dude. Listen, I got this from, Pocky from Hood Estates.
Cool.
So it's Pocky from Hood Estates.
No.
So Pocky, him and his wife, they from Miami, but they live in Orlando now, I think, right? And we did a live one time, and he had the best analogy ever. And he said, don't eat the seed. I didn't understand it at first, but he was like, listen, the seed, like, you got to plant the seed to grow the money tree. If you eat the seed, then the money can't grow. So when you pinching up that $100,000, then that's the seed right there. You can't plant the tree, and let it keep going. So, we eat the fruit, not the seed.
Right.
So that was his analogy, man. So I got to give him all credit for that. But listen, my phone is on like 2%. I ain't trying to let this joint die. But listen, it was fun. I'll definitely see y'all in December for the 100K play. And anybody on here, listen, if you definitely, I don't co-sign everybody, man. Only the it's a lot of fraudsters out here, and Malik don't post none of them. I promise you. Anybody you see me talking to is about this real work. So yeah, definitely, y'all want to come and learn this 100K play, learn about this new construction, because listen, the America's for sale, man. America's
Right.
for sale, and what it is also raining money. All you gotta do is pick up a bucket. So all right, I'm gonna check you out, and G, I'm gonna hit you up, man. Get this damn.
Yeah, hit me up, and then that way I can get that collection off.
All right, for sure. All right,
All right, bye, Mindy.
All right, appreciate
Andy.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Y'all got any credit questions, any real estate questions? We have the boot camp coming up December 3rd. December 3rd and the 4th. Somebody asked when the next one is after December, Andy.
You know the answer to that. March.
I don't know the date. It's in March. It's the beginning. It's the first weekend.
First weekend of March. I don't know
Yeah.
what it is either. We ain't decided, but we know it's the first weekend, whatever that is, whatever that falls on. Every 3 months. We do them every 3 months. But every 3 months the price go up, so you don't want to really wait too long because it started out cheap, now it's going up, and it's gonna get worse. The more receipts we get, the higher it's gonna get.
So Andy, if they're looking for a lot, what size lot should they be looking for in order to build a, I don't know, like a 3-2?
The average lot size that everybody we get or requires usually be like 4,500 square foot, 4,500 square foot lot. You could get them built on something that's smaller, but you might have to get a variance from the city, so you'll be able to meet your setbacks. But one that you don't should require much work is like a 4,500 square foot lot. You should have no problem building your housing on that.
Where's the boot camp at?
It's in Clearwater, Florida, right on Clearwater Beach. So you get the best of both worlds. You get a vacation with a learning experience that can put you through the roof. Show you how to make over 100K easy.
Awesome. So let's say they have a lot, and it doesn't have, do you recommend that the lot has septic or sewage?
Sewage is easier, and it's less expensive. If you got septic tank gonna run you anywhere between 5 to 10 grand. Then you got to get a well. A well could be another 2 to 5 grand. So that's like 15,000 right there before you even get started. If you got the city main hookup, you may pay like what 700 for 800 for a water meter, and then you just hook right up to the septic. I mean to the sewer. So it's way cheaper doing it that way. So you want to find something in the area to where houses are. But if you get something like he was saying about that lady got that lot, you want to build 16 duplexes on it. She got to get her own sewage in there. Most likely that ain't in no area that got sewage. That's probably in the woods, and she's gonna have to create her own sewage out there. So she's gonna have to get a septic tank and wells for all those houses. So that's gonna be another cost that's included that a lot of people don't look into.
Yeah. How much is the boot camp, Andy?
Right now we got the early bird special going on. It's 5 grand, but for anybody on here, I give them a discount. Knock off 500. We'll do it for 4,500.
They have to do it tonight.
They get 24 hours.
All right. So what do they need to do in order to jump on that deal?
All they gotta do is DM me and I'll send them the link.
All right. He is on his message. He answers his messages. Okay, so you can DM him. All right. You guys have any questions? Any other questions?
I got
I just
go ahead. What you say?
I saw Ms. Donette. So I help people create businesses or establish businesses and build business credit. And I saw Ms. Donette on here. We try to incorporate for her in Texas. I'm just going to tell you the story. We try to incorporate for her in Texas, and Texas is one of the worst states to deal with. They take so long to incorporate. So what we did for her in order to get her rolling is we registered her in a different state. So now if she wants to do business in Texas, she's just going to have to do a foreign entity registration in Texas. But at the same time, she doesn't have to wait to start applying for credit or doing any of that stuff because she already has a business set up in Georgia.
So Gigi, do people have to have a good credit score before they come to the boot camp?
No. So once you guys sign up, Andy's gonna let me know. I probably know before he does that you guys signed up. So I get in touch with you guys, and then I start working on your guys' credit, and I get you guys to a fundable credit score, which is a 720 credit score. And then once you guys Go through the boot camp. You get the information. I show you guys how to fill the application out in order to get the high limit credit cards. I show you guys how to get a credit limit increase, how to high utilization from the bureaus, how to take the money out of the cards and pay for the lot, for the construction, for whatever it is that you guys need. So we go through all that at the boot camp. But no, you do not need to have a good score. We've had people come in with they started off in the low fives and they're in the mid sevens now.
Somebody asked, dang, I forgot it.
How does the funding work? What's your,
Yeah,
what do you
that's what
mean? Respect versus loyalty? Is husband and wife considered one? No.
But we also got a buddy pass where you bring somebody and the second person is half price. So y'all can split that down the middle. So just say, for instance, if it's $5,000, you bring somebody else that's $2,500 instead of another $5,000, and then so instead of the one person paying that $7,500, or the two people paying that $7,500, y'all can just split that down the middle and pay like what's that? 35, like $37.50 a piece instead of one person paying $5 and the other person paying $2,500. You can just split that down and you get somebody to come with you.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be your partner, like your
It
wife or
can be
husband.
anybody.
Yeah, what's the average turnaround time for permit?
Down here, our permit time is 4 to 6 weeks.
The monthly payments, you talking about if you're respect versus loyalty, if you're talking about the third party lender that Andy's partnered with, they start off at $270. The monthly payments are at $270. What I'm doing for one of Andy's clients, because he's been contacting me like every 2 weeks, is that he's using his brother-in-law to get a credit card. I think his brother-in-law is like in the mid sevens, so he's using his brother-in-law to get a credit card, and his brother-in-law he's gonna use that credit card to pay for Andy's boot camp. I'm going to help his brother-in-law get that credit card for him. I don't do that. Like if I get funding for somebody, I charge them 10%. But if they're going to Andy's boot camp, I'm gonna go ahead and get them that card so they can pay for the boot camp. And then once they get to the boot camp, whoever goes to the boot camp, I'm gonna go ahead and repair their credit. But that's what I'm doing for that one guy.
Hey, do you help people become general contractors? No, I don't. I'm not a general contractor myself. I work under a general contractor's license. But I teach you how we hire general contractors to use their license to pull the permit for us and to call in the inspections. We don't have to be a general contractor.
Yeah. So the reason that you think that's the reason that you're making or keeping respect versus loyalty, that's you. That's who I'm doing it for, Andy.
Yeah.
Luke. See, I can't match up the names with the handles. So you think that's why you have the 100, you have at least $100,000 in profit because you're not hiring a contractor?
Yes. By not hiring a contractor, we save anywhere between like 100 to 150 because a contractor usually going to give you the house probably like a little bit less than retail. And we've been at like 100 square foot, so we getting in like the average contractor going to try to get you to do, the cheapest I seen was like 150, 140, 150, and they go all the way up to 200, 225 a square foot is what they charge you to build for you.
I requested you to come on the live, Luke. Do
Reggie,
you have
what's good?
say what?
I was talking to somebody that spoke to me.
Do you have to go to the boot camp in order to get mentorship?
Yes. Unless you get the inner circle that we got, where I hold your hand through the whole process of building a house. Then you got to go through the boot camp, but you get boot camp 2 boot camp free. So it's different. But other than that, I don't really deal with nobody that's not in the boot camp or mastermind.
Luke,
Yo, what's happening? What's happening?
All right,
What's
man.
good?
So what are we doing with you?
Man, it's over. It's over now, man. Like I was telling you last night, it's kind of hard to, convince people that really don't know the language or know about, just know about that business side. It's kind of hard to convince them because they think everything a goddamn scam. So
Right.
I was like, man, I'm like, man, this lady is basically throwing us a couple bones, man, and they talking about, nah, it sound like a scam. I don't want to do it and all this shit. So I'm like,
So Luke contacted me. Was it about a month ago, Luke?
yep.
He asked me, I forget what the question was, and it turned out to be, all right, Luke, I'm gonna do this, but I need you to do this for me, right? You laughing? What was it?
Yeah. No, because I was a truck driver. I was a CDL truck driver, and I went to apply for another job, and man, I failed my physical because my blood pressure and shit. Gigi was on my ass. I'm like, man, what the heck? you gotta get your health together, man. They say, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. She like, all right, I'm gonna hold you to it. I'm gonna let you in the class for free, the LLC class, but you got to get yourself healthy, and
Right.
she was looking out for me from day one, man.
All right, so he sugarcoated it. All right, this is the first time I talked to this man, right? And he tells me that he moved somewhere else, and then he didn't pass the CDL license because, or whatever the hell the license is, because of his blood pressure or whatever. And then what I told him is that this is his health he can control. There's shit that you can't control, but his health he can control. So I needed him to go walk at least 45 minutes a day, right? Start eating healthy, living a healthy lifestyle. I said, and in return, you do that for yourself. In return, I'm gonna let you in on the LLC challenge for free. You don't have to pay me, but you do need to start taking care of your health.
Mm-hmm. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's definitely a fact.
So since then, he has been trying to look for somebody, Andy, to be able to, because his score is low. He has been he contacted his brother-in-law to basically front the money for him, get him a card so I could use his credit to be able to get him a card. But it sounds like they didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
I don't understand why not, though. Like, how can it be a scam if somebody is literally saying, all right, I'm going to handle this for you. I don't understand. I don't understand it. How can you think it's a scam if somebody trying to do you a favor, a solid?
Right.
Like, what if she ain't getting shit out of it? Like, what? That's a
just be
scam.
the mindset. You know how we raised. We raised in the street. The street, we always looking for the bad. We don't never look for the good in people. We look for the bad. So that's what we're attracted to. So everything, that's why we stay in the position we be in, because we used to the negative. We ain't used to positive. Ain't no positive people around us.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody in the win for themselves. So, we just got that mindset. And a lot of people don't grow out of that. And that's all that be.
That shit in my way, though. Shit's in my way, man. Hey, Andy, the crazy part is, man, I just moved back up here to Illinois, man. I was living down there in Florida, in Port Charlotte, man.
Right.
And I just moved back up this way like a month and a half ago, man.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah, man. I was telling Gigi, man, if I'd have known about you while I was down there, ain't no telling where I'd be right now.
Right. Yeah. I was like 2 hours away.
Yep.
Yeah, so then, all right, so then your brother-in-law is out of the question. What's your next move?
I'm trying to see if I could leverage somebody's credit. That's why I was asking about the third-party funding.
Okay, so for that, you need, I don't remember what you have on your report. You did let me see it, right?
No, not my actual report, nah. But
what's your score?
I'm in the like mid fives.
Okay.
I'm struck. Oh, I'm stuck.
Yeah. Yeah. So you need at least a 680 in order to apply for a third party lender.
Can I leverage somebody else's credit? Or it had to be my
Yeah.
own?
No, you can do somebody else's credit. What I can do too, Luke, is I can start on your credit, right? And then whenever you get on your feet, you can pay me back. I'm not doing this for everybody, so don't come into my to my DMs talking about I need you to front my credit repair.
You said what now?
I said what I could do is I can start working on your credit right now, and then when you get on your feet, you can pay me back.
That's a fact. That's a factory. That's a factory. For sure.
You
For
understand
sure.
what you just got?
You want to do that?
You don't
For
understand. You
sure,
don't
for sure.
understand, yeah.
For sure.
Okay.
Oh man, I'm trying to put it together now. I'm trying to put it together. I'm
Hey,
trying to
that-
put it together now because I'm like, shit, man. I'm trying to work these little odd jobs, and I know it ain't gonna equal up to that four G's I need for December. So I'm just trying to put it together right now, you know?
Yeah, no, I see you.
That's just like going to the plug and he just say, here, man, I'm going to just front you this, man. You just bring me back when you get it back.
Mm-hmm.
That's
It'd be
what
easier
you
that
got.
way.
Huh?
I say it'd be easier that way, but hell, you know, you dealing with people, man, that really don't know nothing about that life, you know?
All right.
You know what I'm saying? You're like, man, let me just do this, man. Woo, woo, woo. And GG on top of that, I'm like, and I'm gonna pay you back once I get my demo straight. Oh, it's a scam. It don't sound right.
Hey, look, remember this now. Watch this. When Gigi get your credit right, watch they going to be saying, oh, we can get a number? Hey, well, I mean, let's do mine.
I already know, man.
It happens
I
all the
already
time.
know.
Yeah. So okay, so we're gonna do that then, Luke. Just send me. I'm gonna
I got a
send me
link.
just send me a message so that I can remember to send you the information that I need to get you started. I'm not gonna go chasing the money. Okay, I'm not gonna go ask you for the money. So when you feel like you're ready, you're gonna come to me and you're gonna say, "Right, Gigi, I'm on my feet. I'm ready. Here's the money."
First stop. You first stop. So I
All right.
really appreciate this, GG.
Yes, sir.
I really appreciate it.
Yes, sir. So just send me a text message. You got my cell phone. Just send me a text message, and then I'll send you the information that I need from you, and then that way, we're gonna get started on you. I do need you to keep the My Free Score Now active, and then if there's anything missing, my team's gonna go ahead and reach out to you. Okay?
Bet that. I appreciate it. Yeah, we about to be building, Andy. You hear me?
Yes, sir. That's time.
About to be building, baby. Okay, bet that. I appreciate y'all. Huh?
So we can start watching and start being a part of it.
For sure, man. But hey, you know what? Hey, here's the weird part about it. I ain't gonna take up much of y'all time, but I was telling Gigi, man, my sister just came across 10 acres and in Alabama, man.
Yeah.
She came across 10 acres in Alabama, man. I'm putting her on. Like, man, I know this guy on Andy on Instagram. You know, he built houses from the ground up. I'm giving her the play and everything, man.
Yeah.
It's down.
It was crazy. Remember, I'll tell you, Gee, man, it's got to be God, man. It got to be God.
Yeah, I already know. He put it in play. It's on you to take. It's on you to make the moves. He gonna always show you the play.
I don't give a fuck what I got to do. I'm going to see you in December, Joe. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
I'm there in December. Believe that.
I see you there already.
Believe that.
All right.
It's my face. I'm being that motherfucker December. You hear me? For sure.
All right.
I don't remember faces, but as soon as you start talking to me, I'm gonna recognize your voice, all right?
For she's all right, y'all. All right, well, shit, I'm in the
Take care.
comments, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, you're welcome.
We'll talk
All
to
right.
you soon.
All right.
Peace.
Bye.
So,
Somebody asked about how much the mastermind. The mastermind, that's the inner circle. That's 35 grand. That's why I take on everybody. I take people. I tell them some of my lot that I have. I also walk them step by step through the whole building process. So I'm there every step of every step of the way. I'm there. You can just call me, and I'm helping you get through the whole thing. Instead of you having to go out and do it on your own. At the boot camp, I show you how to do it on your own. In the mastermind, I walk you through it. That's the difference between the boot camp and the inner circle.
So through the mastermind, we were able to. So one of his mentees, I don't know, he only applied to a couple cards, right, Andy? And then after that, like we walked him through the process, and he was able to get. I think he said he's at $210,000, something like that. So we help you guys get funding. There's like no way that you guys are gonna fail.
That's one of them. What about Tori?
Oh yeah, Tori. Tori. I forget what he did. He has $180,000 in funding now.
Right.
And there's
Tori's
still more
buying.
parts coming.
I just sent Tori the contract this morning. He buying one of the lots I got. So that's going to the title company. So he'll be in 2 weeks. He'll have his lot ready to go, ready to start getting the inspection, but ready to start getting the survey, and then go ahead and get the blueprint. Go and get the blueprint drawn up. But he's gonna be in the game.
Okay, Glover, we playing on the live. I'm trying to bring you on live, but you keep on like coming out of it. He said, "Can I get it done from prison? I have property that I need to use for building new houses. What's the lesson for the play?" I just requested you to come on the live, Glover.
He say he in prison, didn't
He did.
he? You tell me come on the live. You like CEO might hear him. You might hear him
what?
talk. You know they gotta hide.
I have no idea what goes on in there, okay? He's requesting me to come on the live, so I'm trying to approve the man.
Oh, he requested to come on. Okay, well,
Yeah.
it must be. He must know got somebody on there. You know, one of the guards that you know.
Yeah. All right. Are you able to come on the live, Glover? I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what we're doing here. Oh, he's Mr. Billionaire. If he's in prison, he can't jump on. I don't know. Andy knows. Andy would know.
Trying to say.
Oh, you talk from experience, man. That's it.
Hey, we didn't have a cell phone back when I was in there. They that new stuff. They got like they still on the street. They on IG and everything. When I was in there. We was doing hard time. We didn't have all that.
You know, not to get off topic, but there was a guy that hit me up from prison on a dating site. I'm like, how are you doing this from in there?
You need some commissary. That's all that was. You was a little lick. You look like a lick. You might break them off.
What is he saying? Yes, you can come on, Glover, or no, you can't. I know we're making fun of you, man. All right, do you guys have any other questions about credit or the real estate? So, how would he be able to jump on the 100K play from, I mean, he can't get the training, but what can he do from prison right now?
Basically, you're gonna have to have somebody that's on the outside that's doing a lot of stuff for him that he can trust. Cause basically, he still got to get the cards and stuff. Once you get the cards, you got to be able to get the money off. Then you got to still be able to have contact, with somebody having contact with the workers, controlling the workers, making sure the workers doing what they're doing. So you're gonna need boots on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
But first thing you can do, you can grab the ebook. The ebook will tell you like the 40 steps, the whole process of doing it. Then once you get that ebook, then you can just get somebody on your team. There you go.
That's him, that's him. Wait, how are you doing this if you're in prison, dude?
Hey, you don't know if things happen. You know how it go.
No, I don't know.
Let's get to the, well, okay. Let's get to the money. How about that?
He said he can't say.
What's
Andy.
going on with you? What happened?
What's happening, bro? I hit you. I just messaged you too. So, I told you I want to get in the 100 play. But yeah, I got some property, man. Some pretty good area by Clemson University, not far. But I'm just stuck, man. I'm trying to get approved. My credit scores is in the 670, 680s, but I can't even get bank accounts in that done, bro.
Yeah. So,
And then,
Gigi,
listen,
what go ahead.
I got some property, man, on the street in a gated neighborhood that I bought off a tax sale. They're a little hilly, got, elevation, but everything on the street jumped 325 grand within 11 months. So my property value is probably like 60, maybe 70 grand, but I want to leverage it in something to start a bill. I got my little brother can do stuff for me, so I got some people on the street, but I'm just a different type of hustler, and I got to change the game.
Yeah. Well, basically, you could just take a home equity line of credit out on that. So you could go take some of that equity out of there, and then you can use that to start the play. But yeah, you can hit me up in the DM. I got I'll help you get through it.
He
All
can,
right,
and
okay.
then if you pay for the boot camp, then depending on, we can use your credit score. You say you have your little brother. How old is he?
Like 23, 24.
Does he have credit?
Yeah, actually, he just helped me get. I just used him as he put me on an authorized user, shot mine back up because I was in the 700s last year, but then I had to go back to the court. And when I went to court, I missed some payments and it dropped me down to the fives. So I don't jump it back up into the sixes, the high sixes now. So I'm just trying to get some principles, but I just added those the last couple of weeks. I got it straight. I know how to fix the credit and do all that. I don't perfected that part. I just ain't got the business credit thing yet. I got a business that I had for like 5, 6 years, but I wasn't on this type of time. You know what I'm saying? So I've been reading and trying to watch y'all and learn. So I got a lot of insight.
So now the first thing that what's your name?
You can't
The
tell me
ghost
that,
man.
Gigi.
Okay, so
Can't
the
do
first
that.
thing that you need to do is get your score to at least a 720 and have no negatives, no charge off, no, like your personal credit needs to be A1. And then once you get your personal credit A1, you're able to apply for business credit, like credit cards on the business side, right? You
What?
just can't have any blemishes on your personal credit. And then you're
Let me,
able to use the business and tap into those 0% interest cards on the business side.
Gigi,
can I ask you a question?
go
Yeah.
ahead. Go ahead.
Can I use? Is no way possible to use like the land as like how you say collateral as a percentage down, like for a construction loan? Is that a way to get it in? Or is that possible?
We got a lender who might. Okay, you got the land already. He might do either 100% or either 90% of the bill price. Gigi, what we gonna do for him? You just give us. You ain't got to pay for the boot camp. Give us $2,000. Give Gigi $1,000. Give me $1,000, and we got you all the way through the whole thing.
Okay, say no more.
We gonna
I'll
hook
get
him
that
up.
done.
Wait,
All
but
right, do I need? Okay.
you didn't tell me your name though. I need to know who I'm working with. You
You
can. You
can't
don't have
tell
to do
you
that
that
on the
now.
phone.
You gotta get that later. You gotta get that later.
Yeah, we'll get that later, but I got you covered, and yeah, we'll make that happen, bro. Like I say, my little brother is my feet on the ground, my boots on the ground, so he
Right.
ready to learn anyway. I'm teaching him as much as I can. You know what I mean?
Give him my
Yeah.
have him hit me up on IG too. Have him hit me up on IG too, and I'm gonna give him my cell phone number.
Okay, I guess we'll make it happen.
All right, we
But
got.
I mean, I should be touching down in probably 6, 7 months. So I want to be already ready.
Yeah.
I love your mindset. Okay, like you're not trying to go back to
Uh,
the streets.
That's
nah,
why we finna do it for him. So he ain't gotta
Yeah.
go back.
say no more, bro. Thank you. Stay blessed, and I'm gonna continue watching. But I
All
got
right.
you, bro. I hit you, but I'll let you know who I am.
All right, appreciate you. We got you.
We'll talk to you
All right,
soon,
bro.
okay?
All
All
right.
right.
Yeah.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Okay.
You say he locked up and still working, no excuses.
Yeah. Who needs late payments removed? So when it comes to late payments, guys, depending on I don't even go back and forth with the lenders to try to remove the late payments. I remove the account as a whole. If history goes away with the account, then we can add a trade line. If limit goes away with the account, then we can add a trade line to replace that. I don't go back and forth with the lenders trying to update that account to current because that's time we're wasting. I'm taking away your time and I'm wasting my time trying to update an account that could potentially come back as the bureau, or not the bureaus, but the lenders say that it's accurate, that you guys were late. So I don't even do that. I just remove that account as a whole. It's faster. All right. Anybody else in prison that wants to jump on?
Really?
Oh no.
Gotta take care of my people.
All right. What other questions you guys have? All right, Andy. So, what is the recent property that you just put on Airbnb? How much profit are you making on it from Airbnb?
All right, for everybody that been watching the accessory dwelling unit I be doing, the apartment garages that go in the back of the houses. We just finished one of them. We put it up on Airbnb, and we got a book for it's a 1 bedroom, 1 bath. It's booked for I think they get booked them for 3 months, and we're gonna make it 10 grand in 3 months off of 1 bedroom.
Where compared to if you were to rent it out, how much money would you have made in 3 months renting it out?
Probably like 3,000,
Yeah, that's like
3,500.
it's a no-brainer.
So we making double or triple the amount doing Airbnb. That's why I keep everything and just Airbnb everything out, cause you get 2 or 3 times what you'll get for rent. So I just
Something.
refi, take my money out, just keep repeating the process, and just keep having everything bring in 2 or 3 times the rent. After you got about 5 or 10 of those properties, you ain't gotta work no more.
What Andy is doing, he's not only getting a profit, but he's bringing his family on board. So he's indeed starting generational wealth. His whole family is doing something with that Airbnb, whether it's cleaning, whether it's staging, or like the whole process behind Andy, because Andy can't do it by himself. So he has his whole family involved, and
3 out of
everybody's
the
making
4.
money.
3 out of 4. Not the whole.
My bad, I forgot about that one.
All right, 3 out of 4. One of them doing the cleaning and decorating. The other one, she's investing. She got her like 3 properties on her own. And then me, I'm just the general behind it all, putting it together.
Yeah, yeah.
And you can do the same thing. I'm not no different than you. You probably got more ambition, more desire, more everything than me. I just know what to do, how to do it. I know to play. And that's what I said at the boot camp. You get to play, you can do what you want to do. You can make plays how you want to make it. That's all you need.
Yeah. The difference between him and a lot of people is that, and I notice it too, because when we're coming together to try to do something or to do something, we just don't sit and think and talk about it. Like as we're getting ready to do it, we're talking about it as we're getting ready to do it. So we take action. We don't sit on it for a long time.
Figure
And
it out
he's an
along the way.
action taker. Yeah, we really do. All right, Andy. Do you guys have any other questions? Any credit related questions? Any real estate questions? The boot camp is on December 3rd and the 4th, and he dropped $500, or he took $500 off the price, so it's at $4,500. You guys do have to purchase the seat within 24 hours. Once you guys purchase the seat, I'm gonna jump on your credit and I'm gonna get you guys A1 on the credit. Andy, why did you decide to build from the ground up instead of rehabbing?
Because when I was rehabbing, I wasn't making as much money as I am now. Simple as that. No, but when I was rehabbing, I was making between 5 to 80K per property. Now I make 100 to 200 per property. It only makes sense.
Yeah.
And then another thing, like when I was rehabbing, when I get to the closing table, they do inspection. They find all type of things that's wrong. So now that take another month and a half to fix. So it's like I'm gonna spend the same amount of time, or probably a couple months less, doing the rehab. Then I could have built the whole property and knew everything was new, and then I would have had no problem with that inspection, and I would have made more money. So it only made more sense for me to go ahead and build new construction. The only crazy part was I had to learn everything on my own. Like I didn't have somebody to teach me and show me how to do it. That's the opposite of y'all. Y'all got somebody to teach you how to do it. You got to take advantage of it. I didn't have that, so I lost more money trying to figure it out on my own than if I would have had somebody there to show me how to do it.
Yeah. Alex, I just requested that you come on the live.
The boot camp ends, Tony Hawk asked what time the boot camp ends on Sunday. It ends between 5 and 6 o'clock. Usually about 9 to 5, usually. How long does it take to remove charge off accounts, DG?
It depends, ma'am. It just depends on the bureau and how fast they process the disputes. I've been able to get, you can't hold this over my head, but I've been able to get people from the low 5s to the mid 7s in 2 weeks, and I've been able to get people from the mid 5s to the high 7s in 2 months. So it just depends. That's not a date that you tell me like, hey, well, you said that you got yada yada in 2 weeks. It just depends. It's just an example that I don't try to keep you guys on board. I try to get you guys in and out into whatever you guys are trying to jump into. Alex didn't want to come on live. Yeah, so.
Bring boss lady, trim on.
Say what?
Boss lady, bring her on. She'll come on.
Miss Boss Lady, I'm gonna request to come on the live, ma'am.
I think we like the only one that get on here without a plan. We gotta get on here and just do what we do. Everybody else be having something planned out, what they gonna do, what they gonna say. We just get on here and just
Okay, Miss Boss Lady. Okay, I just requested you, Miss Morgan. What if our credit is already good and we have an LLC set up? How can this boot camp work best for people who already have all that taken care of? What are your limits on your? She declined. She declined to come on the live. What are the limits on the cards that you have? There's so much. So at the boot camp, just on the financial aspect, I show you guys how to get credit limit increases. Like there's people that I've gotten, clients that have a $500 credit limit on a 10-year-old card. If your card is 10 years old, that thing should be at least $30,000, $40,000, $50,000. That should be the limit. And I show you guys how to take the money out of those cards to be able to jump into whatever you're trying to jump into. You can buy semis, you can buy cars, you can start building, you can buy houses with a credit card. There's more to it than just using the card at the mall and just racking it up over there. You can use your business to apply for credit cards. Do you have business credit cards already? You're welcome, Miss Cheek 487. Oh, she's at work. Ma'am, I'm trying to get you to fire your boss. He
Yes,
said, yeah.
thank you. You guys are awesome. Thanks for sharing your knowledge. Truly helps.
No, you have one. Okay, Miss, and at the very minimum, do you have it? I'm gonna tell you something. Do you have an Amex card? Indemnity?
Boss lady said she ready to leave too.
I'm trying to get you to find your boss, ma'am.
That's the whole goal in life.
Yes,
When the last time you
ma'am.
worked, Gigi?
Huh?
When the last time you clocked in?
2017, 2018. Alex!
What's going on?
What's up?
Andy, Gigi, what's going on?
What's good?
I can't call it, man. Ready to hit the boot camp up.
Okay, so I met him in Panama. I met him in Panama. What made you jump into the boot camp?
Hey, that 100K play, that man wearing that shirt. Well, not the same shirt, but he was advertising his business every
He's
day.
like,
So,
he's a
and then Miss Erica, you know, she said she's did the boot camp, and there was a couple other of you guys, students or customers there talking about it. So I got to see what it's all about. Pull this money off the credit card, go get me a lot, and just go from there. Instead of trying to buy these old raggedy houses that's already built, turn them to rentals, why not just build one from the ground?
Right.
So,
Last longer.
yeah,
Get more
yeah. I
life out of it.
mean, you gonna spend almost just as much money trying to turn around. You might as well just build one. So it only makes sense. And I
Right.
never used the strategy pulling money off a credit card, so I'm interested in that, and just showing you how to build a house from scratch, which most people are not going to show you. So
Yeah.
you know the
Right.
price
Like,
that
that's
you
like,
charging for. Go ahead.
yeah.
And I was just saying the price that you charging for the boot camp. I mean, you know, you can't see the value in that. I don't really know what to tell you. That's pretty cheap if you ask me. But I'm glad I got it at the price you gave it to me. But
To me, it ain't all about the money. Like, the money
Right.
don't really mean nothing to me. It's like, the reason why I don't do it for free is because if you give everybody something for free, majority of the people ain't gonna use it.
You're right.
So, if I make you pay something, you're gonna pay attention.
Oh
If
yeah,
you
you're
don't pay
right. I
nothing,
am.
you ain't gonna pay attention. So that's
They
why I put a
probably.
fee on it like that.
Oh yeah. I'm
And
most
it's
definitely
like,
gonna be taking notes. Let me ask you this: you got books and stuff to the everything that you're gonna go over, right?
yeah, I gotta send you the
Are
ebook too.
they
I
okay?
send you that
So
for
you got
free.
hard copies, you got ebooks, and then you got hard copies, right?
Yeah,
Okay. So do the hard copy come with it, or the ebook come with the
ebook come
what?
with it.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to get a hard copy. I like the hard copy.
Send me $25. I give you a hard copy.
All right. Well, I'll pay you when I get down there.
All right, I'll send it
Or
to you. Just send me your address.
or either you send me a cash app, however you do it, it don't make no difference. But yeah,
I got you.
yeah,
And but people don't understand. Like they learning a skill. Like, this is a skill. Like, you could take this and you could go to the roof with it. Like,
Man,
once you know how to do
yeah.
one, it's like it ain't no limit. It's like you your limit. Like me,
I
I
was,
got 5 going on right now. Just say 100,000 per each house. That's 500,000. That's a half of M in the 1 year. But that's the
yeah,
minimum. Like, I got one house that's like I can sell and make 200K on one house. So it's like I don't see why people, like, with that opportunity, like, you spending 4, 5, 6 grand to learn how to make 6 figures.
yeah,
The market that everybody getting in, like, you look around you, you see everybody doing it. Like, all the millionaires got property, own property. That another thing is too, like, most investors, most people in real estate, like wholesalers, investors, they want to know how to build real estate. They want to know how to build it. A lot of people don't know actually how to build it. That's investors that's
right.
making millions just doing regular investing. If they knew how to build, they could. That's a double. They could double their financials.
Yeah.
But
And if you don't even want to run that hard, you can just do one a year. That's kind of how I was looking at it, just doing one a year and still do what I do on my other things on the side.
right,
And
and then you can make more than most people with that one house. You can make over 100K with that one house, and then you can work when you want to work. You ain't got to work the whole year. You control your hours.
right.
That's the whole goal with it. Like you buying back your time, getting back your time to where you can do what
So
you want to do.
yeah, so
Andy,
just for a disclaimer, he didn't pay me to come on, and I actually did meet them in Panama. So, and I just heard everybody talking about the 100K play. So I want to see what's going on. So that's just a disclaimer. This is not a paid advertisement.
heck no, we're not gonna pay him.
All right, well, I'm gonna jump off then. I, just wanted to come on, say hello, and you answered my question because I couldn't remember the date, and it's the 3rd through the 4th, right? And I'm
Right.
just trying to line my ticket up. So you say about 5 o'clock you'll be finished on Sunday. I'm just trying to
Just say 9 to 6. Just say 6, just in case.
six. Okay,
Yeah.
all right,
All
all
right.
But
right. Nice. Go ahead and kick me
I'm
off.
gonna send you the book.
How do I send you? How do I send you the money?
Don't worry about the money. Just send me that. Just send me your address.
All right, I'll shoot it to you.
All right.
okay.
All right,
I'll
go ahead and
talk to
kick me
him.
off. All right.
Somebody asked, is there another fee after the boot camp, or do you continue to help people that attended? Because everyone learned different. For the boot camp, okay, what I do for them people, I teach them how to do the whole bill by themselves. And after that, we have a group chat that everybody get in and ask questions if they have questions, and then it's like a community to where you get with those people, and some people learn different things than the other people, so you can get with them, and some people may have got something that you didn't get, so you can just talk to those people. But I also be inside the chat too, and I answer the questions through the chat. So I don't just like take you through the boot camp, then you never talk to me again. We like a family around here. Like we stay in contact with each other. What did I say?
No, Eric's in the live. I just requested him to come on live.
Who?
Eric, the real estate agent from Panama. And he declined too. What?
Express Rental Tampa, you want to quit your job? You ain't got no job. You your own boss.
Yeah, he is. He's playing. All right, I'm gonna talk about him. He called me
Why
for
he ain't
credit.
come on? Why you say he ain't come on?
No. I asked Eric, the real estate agent from
Oh, you talking
Panama.
about Eric?
Yeah, and
Oh, I
no,
thought you
and
talking about Express Tampa.
Danny's not coming online either. He's just making comments on here. He hit me
Right.
up asking me to remove a few inquiries from his credit report. He lied to me. I felt catfish. Once I looked at his report, this man had 386 inquiries. 386 inquiries.
Wow.
No, wow is not even a comment statement. I'm like, dude, why do you hate me? He's playing. He said I got 30 more.
He might not be playing on him.
No. He's probably laughing too. Andy, so you want to talk about what happened to us when we went to FHL? He is laughing.
Funnel Hacking Live. Oh,
Yeah.
we went to Funnel Hacking Live, and then that's Russell Brunson, the one who made ClickFunnels. Like that's his the conference he had going on. So we went there, and then there was so many people in there. Like they had a $1 million award. Like he gave away awards to everybody that made $1 million in a year, and it was like 80 people that got them. So it was like I was telling Gigi, I said, man, I feel like we ain't doing nothing. Like we just out here. These people making money like off a little $10, $27 products. They making millions of dollars. I said, we got to do speed. We got to do something better. So I went to the bathroom. You got to tell them the story, Gigi, about when I went to the bathroom.
So he left, he came back, and he was in his feelings. He said, I need you to create some type of domain, right? And I'm laughing because he was really mad. And he was mad because there was a lady that got 6 awards, and each one of those plaques meant that that individual got at least $1 million, right? So that lady had at least 6 awards. Bottom line, we need to step it up because we're so comfortable where we're at, where like we're just comfortable, right? And at the conference, I was trying to spit my game to people, right? Trying to get them to do credit repair, like, do you guys need credit, like whatever, right? There was one guy that said, I asked him if he needed credit repair. He said, no, I'm a little bit under an 850. I was like, okay, you know. I went back to my seat and I told Andy, I just need to mind my business. Nobody
You know,
needs credit repair here.
you gotta worry. What about when you asked him, do he want you to take the money off the credit card?
So I did because I wanted to see if I could like provide my services to him. So I asked him if he would be able to use his cards to because he's in real estate and he does new construction as well. So I asked him if he would be able to use his cards to do the new construction. He said, no, I can't do that because my bills are $1 million, right? So Andy and I had nobody wanted our services. Like everybody was above us, all right, financially. Nobody wanted our services.
What about the guy that was sitting behind you?
So the guy that was sitting behind me, he owned what was it? What kind of
Fantasy
company?
football, fantasy league.
He owned one of the biggest fantasy league football companies online on YouTube or something like that. So I'm over here asking him like what he does, and he said, well, I'm just getting ready to sell my company. It's one of the biggest ones out there. I don't know. He started talking to me about, I don't know, shit about fantasy football. And he's over here selling a company, and we're over here playing with our fingers.
Right. You just felt like out of place.
Yeah.
But it's a good thing because it let us know that, like, in some places people look up to us, and then in other places we looking up to other people.
Yeah.
Like, just gotta stay on your feet because you know people out here really getting money, and you just like the plays they making like double, triple, quadruple the plays we making. So we tapping into their world while y'all tapping into our world. Y'all coming to our world thinking our world like we 6-figure world, but they 7, 8 figures. Like they like a whole nother level that we got to get used to that we not used to yet. So we growing and y'all growing also. So y'all ain't the only one. But the thing is about us, we know to invest. Like Gigi, when we was there, Gigi signed up for the mastermind. How much would they mastermind, Gigi?
Okay, so all right. So obviously if we're in that room, we are trying to be in the position that those people are in, right? So we're gonna do whatever they're doing. It only makes sense, right? So they offered a program, and it was a $30,000 mentorship, a 1-year program, right? They offered it one day and I slept on it. I prayed about it. And the next day I'm like, you know what? What am I doing? Like, that's where I want to be. That's where we want to be at next year, you know, on that stage. So I bought into a mentorship program, a $30,000 mentorship program. I could have easily taken that money and, I don't know, bought something else, but I invested in myself. And the thing is that it took me a while it took me that night to basically purchase the program, where if somebody would have come to me and sold me a house for $30,000 and then the numbers would have made sense, I would have jumped on that deal, like right then and there. Within like a few minutes, I would have signed the contract, like, yeah, I'm closing it. Yet $30,000 to invest in myself, it took me a whole night to think about it.
Right. That'd be the crazy part. We got to think twice about investing in ourselves, but we're investing in somebody else, another person, a spouse or whatever, or another business instead of ourselves. But another thing too, though, is that's how we were raised. We were raised not investing in ourselves. Like we invest in things instead of ourselves. So that's something we gotta, get out of our head and know in order for us to make it to that next level, we got to invest in ourselves because everybody else going to invest in us.
Mm-hmm.
Then another thing, a lot of people ain't gonna mess with you on the level you on. They gonna wait. You got to get to another level before people see greatness in you. I learned that too. Like I have people that I've been like when I was doing wholesaling. It was somebody that was doing real good in wholesaling, so I was hitting them up like, "Hey, what's up? What I gotta do to get on the team?" Now they see me doing what I'm doing. They
And they
hitting
hit
me
you.
up. They hitting me up. Now they want to, okay, yeah, but I gotta know what it is. But like, they trying to holler at me now. But
Mhm.
like, you got to get to a certain level before a lot of people that's doing bigger things start being on your level, start dealing with you. That's one
Mhm.
thing I learned by being, getting to the next level is that people don't see the value in you until you get value.
Mhm. Yeah. So the moral of the story is that yeah, we also go through the same thing. Like we get analysis paralysis, but mine only lasted a night. And then I knew the next day that we were going to be on that stage and we needed to be in that stage. And if it took me paying into that mentorship, then that's what we were going to do. Pay into that mentorship.
Right. All right, Gigi, we've been on here, what, 2.5 hours. It's only about right for us to leave if there's no more questions. Hold on, we got a couple more. Um, Nothing better than investing in ourselves. That's Oscar. Oscar came to the boot camp. We got Risk on here. She came to the boot camp. She said yes, the return would be worth it. You can't see no questions, Gigi? Mine keeps
No, sir.
starting over when I slide down. So,
Mm-mm.
Danny said, not gonna lie, he bought like 8 more cars.
Danny's out of control.
Tony Hawk asked, can you get those 386 inquiries removed?
Yes, 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 we did. It took the first day, it took my team 8 hours to create the disputes and send them out. That was the first round.
Hmm?
So, yes, we got them removed. And now he added more.
Right, so he'll be back to see you.
Yeah.
All right, Gigi, that's it.
All right. You guys have a good
Appreciate
night.
y'all. All right, we'll see y'all next time. About to get off. Been on here a long time. Next Thursday, same time.
You guys
Hit
have
me
a
in the
good night.
DM. All right.
Okay.